If you've ever said this,
I could eat a horse.
or this,
So I could sleep for a week.
then you're well acquainted with hyperbole.
But Philip told me you haven't left the bath for a week.
Oh, that's hyperbole.
We use hyperbole in our everyday conversations,
They charge an arm and a leg for this stuff.
and storytellers use it to take their narratives to new heights. This is What is Hyperbole?
I'm dying.
We're literally dying to get started. But first, subscribe to StudioBinder and click the bell to stay up to date with our infinite number of videos. Ready for the greatest video of all time?
This is gonna be the best ever.
Hyperbole is a rhetorical device which refers to deliberate exaggeration used for emphasis. It's often used figuratively. You don't actually want to eat a horse, nor could you actually sleep for a week. The term hyperbole dates back to the 1400s and comes from the Greek hyper, which means beyond, and balio, meaning throw. Hyperbole is similar to overstatement, and the two terms are typically used interchangeably. Though some argue that overstatement can be more misleading.
But one thing I am not is a killer.
Whereas hyperbole is clearly an exaggeration.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Hyperbole taken to an extreme that is completely physically impossible, meanwhile, can be called ad nauseam.
You don't have a snowball's chance in hell wearing that thing.
For centuries, storytellers have used hyperbole to throw beyond what is strictly realistic in order to amplify emotion, emphasize a point, and create a spectacle.
Oh my God, help me, I don't want to die! Oh, stop, drop, and roll!
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
I'm on fire! You're not on fire!
Strictly speaking, hyperbole is a literary technique. But in film, its core ideas can be used to shape visuals, performances, and tone. The key is to know what trait or idea you want to emphasize. Say you want to show a character's love. You could have them say it.
I love you.
Or you could use hyperbole to create a sequence like this. Literal language can sometimes only take you so far.
This is bad.
To make an audience truly feel your point, you may need exaggeration.
This is the worst thing that has ever happened in the history of human events.
Let's take a look at the different forms this rhetorical device can take, beginning with verbal hyperbole.
How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world? How about that?
The most common way hyperbole appears is in dialogue.
You touch him, I swear to God, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with Alan's head.
He's not gonna do that. That's hyperbole, but that's a weird example.
Take Buzz Lightyear's famous catchphrase.
To infinity and beyond!
You can't reach infinity, much less surpass it. But this hyperbole shows Buzz's outsized sense of self.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. That wasn't flying. That was falling with style.
Time to musk up.
Hyperbole is often used for humor. You could say a cologne smells bad, but hyperbole makes it funnier and more descriptive.
Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
God, no, it smells like a used diaper filled with Indian food.
It smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
This is worse than the time the raccoon got in the copier!
Nib-high football rules.
You could say an answer is wrong, but hyperbole allows for a comical evisceration.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
Hyperbole can also be used for extremely dramatic moments, where the rhetorical device drives home a specific emotion.
Woo!
Titanic uses this technique frequently, having the characters speak in superlatives to match the scale of their love and awe.
I'm the king of the world!
As well as the tragedy that befalls them.
I'll never let go. I promise.
In romances, hyperbole is typically used to create a unique and memorable version of I love you.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
When a character is feeling distraught, hyperbole can illustrate their turmoil.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad.
In this iconic monologue from Network, Howard uses hyperbole to exaggerate how bad things are, which shows us how angry he has become with the status quo.
We sit in the house and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Hyperbole can be found not just in what a character is saying, but also in how they say it.
The pen is blue. The pen is blue!
The goddamn pen is blue!
Larger-than-life comedic actors like Jim Carrey utilize hyperbolic performances to make their comedy even more outlandish.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
A hyperbolic performance can also be scary. In It, for example, Pennywise's over-the-top demeanor is part of what makes him so frightening. He swings unpredictably to different emotional extremes. Verbal hyperbole can be augmented with visual hyperbole. An exaggerated image, of course, is subjective. But visual hyperbole typically takes the form of extreme stylization. In other words, it is imagery that diverges from reality to create a specific mood or emotion. Take, for example, the camera moves in Evil Dead 2. They are exaggerated for maximum impact. These aren't subtle dollies or crane shots designed to go unnoticed. They're often the backbone of a scene's scares. Color, too, can be a version of hyperbole. No place on Earth has the color palette of 300. But the extreme color grading accentuates the action and the over-the-top mood of the film. The opening of Blue Velvet, meanwhile, uses a less extreme version of hyperbolic coloring. The saturation is cranked to maximum. The sky is a deep blue. Roses are extremely red, and the picket fence is bright white. This exaggerated coloring creates a heightened version of idyllic suburbia, which is soon to be subverted. Production designers can also partake in hyperbole. In Playtime, cityscapes and office settings are exaggerated by production designer Eugene Roman, highlighting the suffocating homogeny of modern life. The production design of Tim Burton's filmography is often an exaggerated version of familiar settings. A city becomes more foreboding, a field more beautiful, a small town more haunted. Hyperbole can also be found in editing, where simple cuts can make a feeling or action feel larger than life. In Annie Hall, a split screen is used to exaggerate the difference between Alfie and Annie's families, both of which are on the opposite spectrums of how a family behaves, The hyperbolic contrast shows us just how much of a fish out of water Alvy is in this setting.
How do you plan to spend the holidays, Mrs. Singer?
We fast.
Fast?
No food. To atone for our sins.
What sins? I don't understand.
Tell you the truth, neither do we.
The famed match cut in 2001: A Space Odyssey, meanwhile, makes a different hyperbolic comparison, drawing a parallel between a man's first tools and one of their most advanced. All these forms of hyperbole and more can serve a variety of purposes, and often those purposes depend on genre. Life isn't all funny, all scary, or all romance. And so movies that belong firmly to one genre will often use hyperbole to accentuate specific elements of life.
You saved my life.
In comedy, of course, exaggeration is used for humour, extending far beyond just verbal hyperbole. To skewer blockbuster filmmaking and Hollywood lifestyles, Tim and Eric make a billion-dollar movie.
Now kiss me.
This is a hyperbolic version of the overspending that blockbusters may be guilty of. But it makes moments like this even funnier.
That's it.
That's our movie.
I paid $1 billion for that piece of
A close cousin of comedy, satire arguably depends even more on hyperbole, pointing out the absurdity of societal norms by exaggerating them. This military ad in Starship Troopers is over the top in order to call attention to how ridiculous jingoism can be.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
John Waters uses hyperbolic situations and performances to satirize cultural cliches, like the high school runaway.
It'd be fun to be expelled. I hope I get arrested.
Or the moody heartthrob.
It's sexy.
It's not sexy. Electricity makes me insane.
Why, crybaby? Why?
Here's why. Electricity killed my parents.
Action movies, meanwhile, will often utilize exaggerated stunts and physics-defying set pieces. This sequence in RRR, for example, is far from realistic, but it creates a jaw-dropping spectacle and iconic imagery. There may be a more grounded way to bring those two heroes together, but hyperbole makes it far more memorable and exciting.
I can show you the world.
Other genres, like musicals and melodramas, are inherently hyperbolic.
Boy, crazy boy.
Hyperbole can be found throughout the song lyrics of most musicals.
Got a rocket in your pocket. Keep cool.
And breaking into song itself is a form of emotional hyperbole. We break from the reality of a situation to see emotions externalized and heightened.
Boy, go man go, but not like a yo-yo schoolboy. Just play it cool, boy. Real cool.
In melodrama, meanwhile, real and relatable feelings are maximized through multiple forms of hyperbole.
still isn't over.
Take this scene from The Notebook. The pouring rain in conjunction with the swelling music and dramatic performances work together to create an over-the-top love scene. Hyperbole can be extremely powerful, and so it is crucial to use it wisely.
I am the smartest man alive!
Ask yourself what you're trying to exaggerate, and why. Then you can focus on how.
This is double-pane soundproof glass. There's no way that neighbor could have heard Pedactor scream on the way down with that door shut.
Ready to exaggerate? Get started with StudioBinder's pre-production software, which includes storyboard and shot listing features. Until next time, we'll continue to make the best videos for the rest of eternity.